So tonight, let's talk about something we think we know, but in a way you've probably never heard before. We're going to pull back the curtain on the deep, almost spiritual biology of darkness.
All right, to get started, I want you to lean in a bit. Let's start with an idea that might feel a little strange in our super brightly lit world.
Really think about that for a second. What if the dark isn't just empty space waiting for a light bulb? What if it's full? What if it's an active, essential ingredient for our health? Just hold that thought.
And this is the heart of it all. Melatonin is not a sleep aid. It is the guardian of cellular repair. This one sentence changes everything. That little bottle of pills you can buy at the drugstore, it completely, totally misses the real point.
Okay, so let's dive right into that. We've all been sold this super simple story about melatonin, but it's time to peel that first layer back.
Thinking of it as just a sleep aid is kind of like looking at the Pacific Ocean and calling it a puddle. I mean, sure, it can make you drowsy, but that sleepy feeling, it's just a tiny side effect of a much, much deeper, ancient biological process that's just getting started.
So if it's not really about sleep, then what's its real job? This is where things get really cool. This is where we get into the absolutely incredible biology of what's supposed to happen when all the lights go out.
And it all starts right here, with something called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN for short. Just think of it as your body's master clock. It's like this ancient commander sitting on a throne right behind your eyes, and its only job is to scan the horizon for light. So once that commander, the SCN, finally senses real, true darkness, it gives the order. And the pineal gland, which some ancient traditions call the crystal palace, it answers that command. It starts pouring melatonin, this liquid night, right into your bloodstream.
And this is what melatonin is really for. Its main mission is to kick off a process called autophagy. The source text calls it a dragon's feast, which is just an amazing way to put it. This is your body's essential nightly cleanup crew. It's when your system goes on patrol, looking for old, broken, and even potentially cancerous cells. It eats them up and recycles their parts to build new, healthy cells. Look, this process is absolutely crucial for your long-term health. And here's the kicker. Without that signal from melatonin, it just doesn't happen.
But there's a big problem. In our modern world, that commander, the SCN, is constantly being tricked. There's a siege happening every single night, and it's throwing this whole ancient process into chaos. And here they are, the culprits. The source calls them the blue tyrants. Your phone, your TV, your laptop, the LED lights in your house, even the streetlight outside your window. Every single one is shooting a powerful beam of blue spectrum light straight to your brain's master clock, tricking it into thinking the sun is still high in the sky, long after sunset. This breaks it down perfectly. Our cells basically live in two different states. During the day, when there's light, they're in growth mode. They're told to build, expand, and be active. But at night, in true darkness, they're supposed to switch to repair mode. That's when the guardian, melatonin, is released, and the deep work of cleansing and regenerating can begin. By staring at screens all night, we're basically forcing ourselves to stay in growth mode 24/7, and we're robbing them of that critical time to repair themselves.
Now, I know what you might be thinking. This might sound a little like some new age wellness fad, but what's so incredible is how this cutting-edge biology lines up perfectly with what ancient traditions have known for centuries.
This is just fascinating. Check this out. The ancient Vedic texts talk about the yama period, from 3 to 6 a.m., as being this incredibly important time. And what do we know now? That's the exact window for peak melatonin and autophagy. Tibetan dream yoga practitioners would go into dark caves for weeks. Now we know unbroken darkness literally enhances brain coherence. And that crystal palace from Buddhist tantras, we call it the pineal gland. It's wild. They were mapping the exact same biological reality, just with a different language.
And if that's not enough proof for you, get this. Modern science has found that mice who have their natural melatonin system working properly live, on average, 20% longer. 20%! Their cells repair better, their bodies are healthier. The link between this process and a long, healthy life is just undeniable.
So what does this all mean? The big takeaway is this. Honoring your body's natural rhythm isn't just about getting a good night's sleep. It's about remembering that our physical health and what many would call our spiritual health are not two different things. They're two sides of the very same coin.
Okay, so we get the problem. It's a big one. But what do we do about it? How do we actually start to reclaim the darkness? Well, the source provides a really clear, actionable path forward. All right, so how do we actually do this? The source lays out what it calls the ritual of the flame. It's pretty straightforward.
The key is to get rid of all the blue light after the sun goes down. Use candles, maybe a small red light bulb, but that's it. Then just create a calm space, do some simple breathing, like 4 counts in, hold for 4, and 6 counts out. And here's the most important part. You have to stay in this low-light environment for at least 40 minutes after it's gotten completely dark outside. That's what gives your master clock, your SCN, enough time to finally get the message and send the signal. This whole practice is designed to create the perfect conditions for your body to finally release the guardian.
But I gotta warn you, this is not easy at first. Our minds are so addicted to constant stimulation, to constant light, that restless feeling, that overwhelming urge to just check your phone one last time. The source calls that the hungry ghost screaming. The advice? Just stick with it. Hold that quiet space. Your body will eventually start to trust the darkness again.
Because when it all comes down to it, this is a choice. It's a choice we get to make every single night. And it has huge consequences for our health at a cellular level.
And this just hits home, doesn't it? This epic struggle we've been talking about between growth and repair, between light and dark. It isn't happening on some faraway mystical battlefield. It's happening right there, in your bedroom at 9:47 p.m. when you have that urge to check one last thing.
And the choice is really that simple. Every night you choose the screen, you're choosing to continue the siege on your cells. But every night you choose true darkness. You choose to unleash the dragon. You choose to let that powerful restorative cleanup begin.
And that brings us to the most powerful idea of all, the one I really want you to leave with. When you finally turn off all the lights, you're not just protecting your sleep. You are protecting the throne itself, that ancient command center of your entire biology. You are giving the guardian permission to rise and begin its sacred work of repair. So, what choice are you going to make tonight?